Good afternoon. Thank you for coming for our presentation. Today we are going to talk about the nutrition and digestion. We're going to start with the anatomical structure of the human canal. Alimentary canal is a muscular tube that extends from the mouth to the anus, which is responsible for digesting and absorbing food and liquids. It is a key part of the digestive system according to Biology Online 2025. As food enters the mouth, where it is chewed and mixed with saliva, it forms a bolus. Then this bolus moves down the esophagus to the stomach, where it becomes a chyme through digestive enzymes. The chyme then enters the small intestine, where enzymes further process it and most nutrients are absorbed. Any remaining material goes to the large intestine for water and electrolyte reabsorption, with solid waste eliminated through the anal canal, according to Biology Online. In the alimentary canal, various secretions, mostly enzymes, work on these smaller pieces to turn them into even smaller molecules. These molecules, which include amino acids, peptides, sugars, and fatty acids, are then absorbed in the blood and lymph circulation. They serve as building blocks for making essential proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids, according to Biology Online. Then we can see each part of the alimentary canal in our body. Start the mouth, where the digestion starts, the pharynx and upper esophagus, the esophagus located behind our trachea, human liver, gallbladder, stomach, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine. We can also see a picture of rectum and anus and the anal canal. The part of the digestive system is the function, where it starts the digestive system in the mouth. The food starts there, the teeth breaks down the food and mixes with the enzymes in saliva. Esophagus, this is a thin tube that connects the mouth to the stomach. The process of peristalsis, a series of wave-like construction, pushes the food down to the stomach. The liver, this releases a chemical called bile into the intestines. Bile breaks down lipids in the food. Stomach, this is a muscular bag which mixes food and drink with acid. The stomach secretes gastric juice, which contains hydrochloric acid and enzyme pepsin. Pepsin starts the digestion of proteins. Pancreas, this releases enzymes into the intestine, which break down carbohydrate, protein, and lipids in food. Small intestine, here carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids digest. The nutrients produced are then absorbed in the blood. Large intestine is the food which cannot be broken down, and then mainly fiber passes into the large intestine. Water and electrolytes are absorbed in the blood. Rectum is any undigested food passes into the rectum, where it is stored as feces until it is ready to be eliminated from the body. The anus is the very end of the digestive system opening, where the feces then leaves the body. And we are coming to the description of the histology of the stomach, duodenum, ileum, and of the main function of the liver related to digestion. This is the image of stomach. The stomach is an important part of the digestive system. It sits between the esophagus and the duodenum. The stomach's job is to mix food with stomach acid and break it down into smaller pieces through both chemical and mechanical digestion, according to P 2023. The innermost layer of the stomach wall is a gastric mucosa, composed of surface epithelium, lamina propria, and muscular mucosa, according to Piri 2023. The surface mucosa cells, often referred as to foveolar epithelium, comprise the simple columnar epithelium that lines the stomach lumen, according to Piri and Piri. And just if we look for the stomach wall also consists of 4 tissue layers: serosa, muscular externa, submucosa, and mucosa from outermost to innermost. This structure is consistent throughout the gastrointestinal tract. The stomach outer layer is smooth and continuous with the peritoneum, while the inner wall features folds called rug that allow the distension when food enters. The bolus from the esophagus is digested onto chyme, a viscous fluid that is then sent to the duodenum of the small intestine for further digestion and absorption, according to Piri. Gastric pits are small openings formed by the inward folding of the surface layer of the stomach. These pits connect to the gastric glands, which helps deliver their secretion into the stomach, according to Piri. Gastric glands are located at the bottom of the gastric pits in the stomach. They cover the entire inner surface of the stomach and are divided into 3 types based on their location. The principal gastric glands, also known as gastric glands proper, and are found in the body and fundus of the stomach, according to PD 2023. And the surface epithelium is a simple columnar the type that forms gastric pits, which connect to the stomach glands. These are three types of glands: cardiac, gastric, and pyloric. And the gastric glands in the fundus body produces digestive gastric juice, while the cardiac and the pyloric glands mainly secrete mucus to protect the stomach from digestive acids and self-digestion. They produce an alkaline, highly viscous mucus that closely protects the surfaces of the cell. This mucus safeguards the stomach lining by reducing abrasion from food particles. In the absence of this mucus secretion, the stomach acid would actually burn through the stomach wall. The small intestine, it is a digestive organ which is about 6 meters long. It's very crucial for the nutrient absorption. It is comprised of three parts: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum, according to Locopoulos 2024. The duodenum has duodenal submucosal glands of Brunner in the submucosa that secretes mucins and bicarbonate, according to Locopoulos. Commonly found in the ileum are numerous aggregated lymphoid moduli called Peyer's patches, which belong to the gastrointestinal associated lymphatic tissue of the intestine and consist of clusters of lymph follicles. In this area, the circular folds are less prominent and the villi are much shorter, according to Locopoulos. The large intestine column absorbs water and electrolytes and forms stool. It consists of several parts: cecum, ascending, transverse, descending, sigmoid, colon, and rectum, according to Locopoulos. The liver, comes to the liver now. The liver is the largest internal human organ, and is essential for metabolic function and detoxifying our blood. We are going to watch a short video of its liver function now.
Cat food, arriving today with Prime. That's off your mind.
The liver is the largest internal organ in your body, and it has over 250 different functions. The liver produces bile, and bile is important because it breaks down fats into smaller droplets so it can be easily absorbed in the digestive tract. The liver processes nutrients. For instance, the liver converts glucose into glycogen. Glucose is the most common carbohydrate and a key source of energy for all cells in the body, and glycogen is a form of energy storage of glucose. Speaking of glucose, the liver regulates blood glucose levels, and high blood glucose levels can damage nerves and blood vessels or lead to type 2 diabetes. The liver is also the great detoxifier. For example, it detoxifies alcohol and converts some fat-soluble toxins into a water-soluble form, which can then be eliminated in urine. The liver also acts as a storage container, as it stores about 400 calories worth of energy in the form of glycogen. And it also stores iron, copper, vitamin B12, and all of the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. The liver synthesizes blood clotting proteins, blood plasma proteins, and transport proteins that carry fats and fat-soluble vitamins, just to name a few. It also produces several hormones and takes part in breaking down and eliminating excess hormones. The liver takes part in breaking down and recycling red blood cells. And I could go on and on and on, but I think you probably get the point that the liver has many important functions, thus making it an extremely important organ in your body. So take care of it.
Thank you for watching it with me. And now we're coming to the next slide. It's 7 requirements of a balanced diet in humans and the main roles. And what are they? They are the carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins, minerals, and fiber, according to Radkar-Shishnan. And we are going to talk about the carbohydrate. The structure includes 3 main types: monosaccharides, polysaccharides, and oligosaccharides. The monosaccharides are the simplest type of sugar. Some examples of glucose, which means you can find it in honey, fructose from apples and pears, galactose in flavored yogurts and dairy-free milk, mannose in fresh fruit, and ribose found in mushroom and eggs. The oligosaccharides are short chain made up of monosaccharides. Examples include sucrose, which is a table sugar, maltose from wheat, cornmeal, or barley, lactose in milk, and trehalose found in mushrooms and yeast. The polysaccharides are longer chains of monosaccharides. They can be digestible in like starch, dextrins, and glycogen, partially digestible such as inulin and raffinose, or digestible including cellulose or pectin. The structure of these sugars and where they come from can affect how we perceive their texture and sweetness. Then the sugars and starches, as they first break down into simple sugars during digestion, after this they go to the liver where they fill up glycogen stores. These stores serve as energy for these stores serve as energy reserve for carbohydrates. When the body needs energy, the sugar enters the bloodstream to fuel cells throughout the body, according to referees. You might have heard people say that they are on a cutting carb diet, but registered dietitian confirmed that less strict diet is also as effective as this cutting carb diet. Could be just a quick diet weight loss, but doesn't really last long, according to Grace. And we are coming now to the protein. Proteins are organic molecules composed of amino acids, which are the fundamental building blocks of life. These amino acids are linked together by chemical bonds and are folded into various three-dimensional structures essential for the proper functioning of our bodies, according to Andrews. Did you know protein helps replace old cells, transport and substances in the body, and promote growth and repair? It can also aid releasing free fatty acids from adipose tissue, according to Andrews. Some of the function of the protein is antibodies. They bind specific foreign particles such as viruses and bacteria to help protect the body. Enzymes carry out almost all the thousands of chemical reactions that takes place in the cell. They also assist with the formation of new molecules by reading the genetic information stored in DNA. Messenger proteins, such as some type of hormones, transmit signals to coordinate biological processes between different cells, tissues, and organs. Structural component, these proteins provide structure and support for cell. On a large scale, they also help our body move. And transport and storage, these proteins bind and carry atoms and small molecules between cells and throughout our body, according to Medline Plus. It's all about fats now. We have different types of fats, saturated fats, trans fats, monounsaturated, and polyunsaturated fats. Some of the examples for saturated: beef, butter, coconut oil; trans fats, margarine, cream, soup, chicken pie; monounsaturated, olive oil, canola, peanut oil; polyunsaturated, soybean, corn oil, fatty oil, according to the Center for Food Safety 2019. According to the British Heart Foundation 2021, monounsaturated fat and polyunsaturated fats are the healthier fat option. They are essential for healthy diet. Replacing saturated fats with these types of fats can lower our bad cholesterol, and they can lower the other diseases as well that comes with that, according to Center for Food Safety 2019. Saturated fats and trans fats are considered unhealthy fats. They have the potential to elevate our bad non-HDL cholesterol levels in our bloodstream. Excess cholesterol can have a higher risk of stroke, cardiovascular diseases, and heart attacks, according to British Heart Foundation 2021. But the benefits of eating fat keeps our bodies warm. It absorbs vitamin A, D, and E, and also for nerve function, according to the British Heart Foundation. And some of the example of the saturated fats like sausage, cream, butter, which we should have in moderation. The next slide will be about fiber. There are soluble and insoluble fibers. According to Andrews, soluble fibers are viscous and fermentable and can lower our blood cholesterol. Insoluble, according to Andrews, insoluble fibers help to bulk up stool volume and improve motility. Amazing health benefit of fiber: healthy weight loss, weight control, lower type of diabetes risk, lower odds of heart attacks, increased beneficial gut bacteria, reduced risk of certain cancers, longer life, more regular bowel movements, all natural detox, strong bones, according to Dressback 2023. The vitamins and minerals, some of the common vitamins: vitamin A, which happen to be in the carrots, which is good for eyes, good also for reproductive skin, eye, musculoskeletal health. Vitamin B can be found in avocado, pumpkin, and the benefit is for the liver function, memory, and nerve system. For example, vitamin C is found in the citrus fruits. They are also good for skin, nerve system, musculoskeletal system. Vitamin D can be obviously from the sunshine, from fishes, oily fish. Healthy immune function, mood stability, for example. Some of the minerals: phosphorus, selenium, potassium, magnesium can be found in kale. Beneficial for heart and bone health, found in kale. Beans, Brazil nuts, the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory with heart health and anti-cancer properties. Potassium found in avocado. Magnesium is in brown rice, which is good for brain and lung and bone health. Just to name a few according to Best Cool News 2025. And we come to the water, which is without water we would not have our life on earth, isn't it? Why is water essential for us? Water is crucial for keeping our bodies functioning properly and supporting our well-being and fitness. Every day we lose water through sweating, breathing, going to the restroom. We must replenish this waste by drinking lots of fluid, according to BBC 2025. Water supports us in getting the most of our physical performance. It increases energy level and brain function. Possible help prevent headaches, help relieve constipation, help treat kidney beans because it cleans our body, help losing weight, keeping skin healthy, keeping maintaining blood pressure, protects joints according to Leach 2023. And did you know mild dehydration, fluid loss 1 to 3% can impair energy levels, impair mood, and lead to major reductions in memory and brain performance. Even losing just 2% of our body can make a big difference in how well we perform, according to Leach 2023. The description of the effects of the dietary imbalance, including deficiency disease and their symptoms. Chronic hunger leads to low birth weight in infants, poor growth in children, reduced mental function, impacting those in poverty in industrialized and developing countries, according to Wigner 2025. Possible dietary issues may involve imbalances, whether in the form of deficiency of excesses, obesity, and eating disorder, as well as long-term health conditions like cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, cancer, or diabetes mellitus, according to Vaniger 2025. Some of the other vitamin deficiencies could be in a nail. If our nails are not healthy, we have white lines. According to Vaniger 2025, nutritional disease, any other nutrient-related disease and conditions that cause illness in humans. We can see rickets, a nutritional disease which cause bone deformities if they don't get enough nutrients that they need. Some of the diseases, Kerosperma, vitamin A deficiency, they can cause blindness from chronic eye infection, poor growth, dryness, and keratinization of epithelial tissues. Food rich in key nutrient, liver, fortified milk, sweet potatoes, spinach, rickets, weakened bones, other bone deformities. They can be found in milk, fish, oil, sun exposure, beriberi, nerve degeneration, altered muscle, coordination, cardiovascular problems. But we can find them in pork, milk, in rich grains, dried beans, pellagra. They can cause skin inflammation, dementia. They can be found in mushrooms, tuna, chicken, beef, peanuts. Another one, scurvy. They can have the internal bleeding, delayed wound healing. They could find in citrus fruits, strawberries, broccoli, goitre, enlarged thyroid gland, poor growth in infancy, and possible mental retardation, cretinism. It can be found in salty fish. And according to the government UK website 2023, the government advice on a healthy balanced diet is encapsulated in the UK National Food Model, the Eat Well Guide, which is say we ought to aim to consume 5 servings of vegetables and fruit daily, based on meals and starchy carbohydrates like potato, bread, rice, opting for whole grain when possible. Include some dairy product, but also low-fat dairy product or soya alternative. Incorporate sources of protein such as beans, pulses, fish, eggs, and meat, ensuring there are 2 portions of fish, one is oily per week. Opt for unsaturated and oils and spreads, in using them in moderation. Drink between 6 and 8 cups of water. When consuming foods and beverages high in fat, salt, or sugar, do less frequently and limited amount, according to government website 2023. And here we come to the references, and here is the end of our slide. Thank you for watching.